I have tried to start this video, I can't tell you how many times, and I don't know what to say. I really don't. I've been thinking a lot about pressing the pause button. That's what came to me today, is the idea of how hard it is to sit with the feelings and sit with what's happening in our lives, in my life, in my family, and the world around me as it swirls. And I wanted to talk about that today. Hi, everybody. Kevin Barheit here, and thanks for tuning in. It's the best I can do right now is just to be honest with you. I've been scared, I've been hurting, and I've been struggling. And every day that I've gone through this, I keep saying, how am I doing this? How am I getting through this day? How am I getting through this time? What is it that's helping me to manifest every day, sometimes the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, where I say, wait a minute, I know things are rough, but somehow I'm adjusting. I'm not spiraling. I'm not letting my anxiety take me for a ride. I'm not going down into a depression. And I'm not so anxious that all I want to do is run and go, 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 go. I'm actually able to sit with myself and sit with the feelings. And I've been thinking a lot about that, and I think a lot of it is about pressing the pause button. And I know when I first got clean and sober 34 some odd years ago, when I was trying to get away from my past, that past was right there with me in the moment. It was also right behind me, and it seemed like it was trying to catch me every second, and all I wanted to do was run away from it. I wanted to run away from the drugs and the alcohol and all the sadness and all the destruction that was behind me and right there, one day behind me in my life. And as fast as I went, life did change, life did get better, and I was hopeful. And that took a lot of work. It took a lot of gumption, it took a lot of effort, and it took a lot of spiritual support. But it also took a lot of practice. And what I've realized is that over the years that it's not always been in my best interest to go as fast as possible, to run as fast as I can, to work as hard as I can. Sometimes it's just important to pause. Just pause, like pressing the pause button on the video. Stop, freeze frame. Let's just look at exactly where we are in that moment. And I need to really take stock of the moment and say, okay, wait, just wait. I don't have to press that play button. I can stop and be in the feelings. And sometimes those feelings aren't so great. But if I let those feelings take me forward, sometimes that makes it even worse. And I know that if we're in the middle of some kind of a crisis, it's the last thing in the world we want to hear is just pause, just take it easy, just take a breath, just slow down. It'll be okay. No one wants to hear that. And I know that. I've been in that situation so many times. A year ago, right now, today as you're watching this, if I actually publish this on Wednesday, a year ago today, my mother-in-law in Japan was taking her last breath. And my wife was there next to her, and I was here, and we were so far apart, and it was one of the most painful times of our life. And going through that was almost impossible if we tried to ramrod through it, if we tried to rush through it, if we tried to just put all of our energy into it. We had to stay in the moment. And it was hard and it was difficult. And today's hard. Today, as you're watching this video, my wife and I are spending the time putting flowers on her altar that we've made in the house. We could be in Japan, but because of the circumstances in the country and in the world, there's no traveling for us. So we have our own altar, and we're going to decorate it with flowers, and we're going to have fruit. We're going to have the proper ceremony that we have as a family to honor the memory of my mother-in-law, my mom in Japan. And that's going to be hard, but we have both chosen, and I know I have chosen, that I want to be there. I want to press that pause button. I want to take a deep breath, and I want to honor her, even in the middle of everything that's going on here. All we need to do is do at least maybe just one thing. Maybe just right now watching this video. Maybe if that's what you're doing right now, you can say, yeah, I can't do that. And all I can say to you is you're doing it. Right now, you're sitting here with me and you're watching this video. You're doing one thing. You're pressing the pause button for 1 second to try to put everything else in perspective and just be here right now. And I'm making this video. As I'm creating this, I'm pressing the pause button on everything else that's going around. I'm spending the time to make this connection. And this will change things. This will make a difference. I can't believe I'm still talking. I had no idea I even had the ability to get from the beginning of hello to now, but I'm doing it. I don't know how I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it with your help. I know I'm doing it with my own strength. I know I'm doing it being lifted up by my higher power. One of the things that I'm really doing is I'm realizing that this came from a practice. This came from time that I've practiced on a daily basis over the years. Day in and day out, learning to slow down, learning to press the pause button, even if it's just for 50 seconds. Can't do it for 60. I can't press the pause button for a minute, but I can press the pause button for 50 seconds. Just do it for 50. That's all we can do, just 50 seconds. But if we do that every day, then it becomes possible in the moment of crisis, in the moment of despair, in the moment of fear, when the anxiety pops up. Wait a minute, I know what to do. And not only do I know what to do, I know that I can do it because I've done it once. If I did it once, maybe I can do it again. And if I've done it 100 times, maybe I can just do it one more time. And there are ways that each and every one of us can start right now trying to press the pause button just for those 50 seconds, just for maybe 5 minutes, just for 10 minutes, just for the morning, just for the day. Maybe this can be the 50 seconds, the 5 minutes, the 15 minutes that we're going to take a walk with the dog. Maybe this is the 30 minutes that we're going to sit maybe in the backyard and listen to the birds. Maybe we're going to make a phone call and we're going to try to disconnect all the things that are going around from us from that phone call. And instead of talking about all the things that we're fearful of and all the things we're worried about, we're going to spend just that one phone call and say, hey, I want to talk to you, but I want to talk to you about anything but what's going on and what we're afraid of. Maybe if meditation's been a part of your practice and it hasn't been something you've done in the last few days, just take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes to just sit quietly. Maybe a guided meditation on YouTube, something you've done before, something that's worked. Just try it, just once, just today, just for the moment. That's all. Let's just pause for this one moment. And I think one of the most important things is to recognize over and over again that these pauses are not easy. We are not good at it. I'm not wired for it, nor are the people that are around me. I went for a walk with my dog today, and it was a beautiful day, and it was a beautiful walk, and I wanted to go by myself and get out of the house because I have been self-quarantined for almost a week, and it's been pretty hard. I've been home for almost 2 weeks now, and it's been tough. And taking that walk was wonderful, and I just said, I'm going to clear my head, and I took the long walk, and I said to the dog every step of the way, she wanted to sniff everything along the way. I said, no, we're going for a walk, not a sniff. Come on, let's go, keep moving. And we got down by the water's edge, and I realized as I was sitting there with her that let her sniff, because if she's sniffing, I can just take in the moment. Why don't I just let her sniff and let my mind go wherever it wants to go? And as she was sniffing around, I started looking around me, and I was able to see the beauty of the walk that we were on, the long walkway. I was able to see the beauty of the water that we were near. I was able to see the beauty of just watching the dog sniff around, the ease that she just took in her whole world without a care in the world otherwise. And just those few minutes of letting the dog do her thing, just walk around in a circle, just sniff every little blade of grass, slowed me down enough to realize, I can be in this moment too. I may not want to sniff every blade of grass, but I can take a deep breath of this air. And everything started to look just a little bit different. And maybe that's what this is. It's an opportunity for me and for maybe some of you to practice pressing the pause button. And if you've never pressed it before, if you've never taken that moment to say, pause, I'm agitated. Pause, I'm fearful. Pause, I want to run. Pause, stay still. And those moments of peace will come. And those moments of joy will come. And the opportunities to help one another and to be present for one another and to be supportive of each other and to be in community with each other, they'll come. They'll come, I promise they'll come. How do I know that? Because they've come. They're here right now. We're in community. We are in relation with each other. We are here supporting each other. It's not just going to come tomorrow. We've got the opportunity right here in the moment. I'm really grateful for your time, and I'm grateful for you being in my life. I'm grateful for every opportunity that we have to touch base like this. I hope that next week things are better for all of us, and I hope that things change for all of us. But I also hope more than anything else that as we pause, we remember we're pausing together. We're not doing this alone. So when I press the pause, I'm thinking of you. When I press the pause button, I'm thinking of my higher power. When I press the pause button, I'm thinking of our whole community and how we can do this together. I never want to do it alone. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope to see you next week. I don't even know what else to say. Click like, leave some comments, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Just thank you. Take care.